Hello, beautiful viewers. Welcome to another episode of this podcast, The Complete Football Pod. With me, your host, Mike. I hope you're doing well. Today, if you're new to this channel, please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. For those who already subscribed to this channel, I really thank you for your support. Thank you for your time. And also, for those who will be subscribing after this episode, I'm sure so many people will be subscribing after this episode. I want to thank you in anticipation. I really appreciate your support also. Without taking much of a time, let's dive in. I'll be talking about the London Derby Showdown, the game between Tottenham Hotspur and Chelsea. What a game. These are the two fearsome rivals in London. Chelsea, Tottenham. Anytime Chelsea is playing with Tottenham, it's always a breathtaking game. If Chelsea has the opportunity to kill Tottenham, they will. And also, if Tottenham has the opportunity to kill Chelsea in a game, they don't hesitate. Now, let's quickly dive into the game. Chelsea was playing at home. Both teams really needed that game. They really needed to win that game. Chelsea needed to win the game to still be in the conversation of if they will still be playing any European tournament next season. And also Tottenham need that game. They needed to win that game to also be in the top 4 conversation. But Tottenham lost the game to Chelsea 2-0, and I think, in my opinion, the Tottenham campaign for the top 4 is finally over, because I think Aston Villa is leading Tottenham with 7 points now, and Aston Villa, it's also a solid team this season. They don't look like they're gonna lose any game anymore. Even if they will lose any game, I think they will still be they will still end the season as a top 4. Also, Chelsea needed that game to still, like I said, to know if they will still be if they will still be in Europe next season, preferably the European Conference League, I think. But Chelsea win the game 2-0. A clean sheet for Chelsea. Petrovic was good, was okay in that game yesterday. Chelsea went with a 4-4 defense, and in the defense, Trevor Chalobah really showed how a little bit experienced he was. And it was a great game for him yesterday. And this is a guy I really like so much because he's very solid. Trevor Chalobah is a very good player. It's a player you need to have in your team to have enough depth in your team. Because this guy, anytime you call upon him, you call on him to deputize for whoever he needs to deputize for. This guy is good. He's also a mobile player. This guy could play as a center back. He can play as a right back. I think there was a time Chelsea loaned him to Rennes. There's a club in the League On, the French league. I don't know if I pronounce it well. Rennes or Rennes. He played as a midfield. Player. He played as a number 6. And this is a guy where, when Thomas Tuchel was in Chelsea, I could remember very well. He played a lot of games under Thomas Tuchel, and he was very successful. As a matter of fact, he scored his first goal under Thomas Tuchel. Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. He played a game. That was his first goal for Chelsea. He was really emotional in that game when he scored his first goal. So Trevor Chalobah was solid yesterday. Good defender. You can bank on him. You can trust him. He had one of his best games yesterday. Marc Cucurella also was, in my opinion, he is the man of the match yesterday. And this is a guy I'm always when I look at him, I feel he's too soft as a defender. He has problems when he's playing against a fast player or a bigger player that is more stronger than him. He's not tough enough. So I've always seen him like too soft. But yesterday, I would say he was the man of the match because he really played well. He had a lot of tackles, a lot of interceptions, a lot of complete passes yesterday, and great work by Marc Cucurella yesterday. Badiashile, I have, in my opinion, let me know what you think about Badiashile. I think Badiashile lacks confidence, in my opinion. He tries to do the basic thing, and while doing that, he still makes a lot of mistakes. Yesterday, I think there was like 2 or 3 passes he gave away, and it almost cost Chelsea. But fortunately for him, Chelsea was able to diffuse the Tottenham attack. So Badiashile, he still needs a lot of, encouragement, a lot of experience, and a lot of confidence to be a solid defender. And also Caicedo. Now Caicedo, this guy played yesterday. It looks like the Caicedo Chelsea wanted. Yeah, this is Caicedo is now beginning to look like the Caicedo we all know from Brighton. Now he is playing with confidence. He's playing with freedom. And I've noticed something about Caicedo. I think Caicedo would be better when he plays with Gallagher rather than when he plays with Enzo Fernandez, because Gallagher has this also this defensive mentality. So Gallagher supports him a lot, but Enzo Fernandez is not good. Is not good defensively. So all the work is always on Caicedo. So I think he would prefer to play with Gallagher as against Enzo Fernandez. But unfortunately, we don't know what is going to happen to Gallagher next season. Chelsea might decide to sell him, because Chelsea is in a deep mess financially, and so they have to sell some players, some homegrown players, to make some money. So Trevor Chalobah is an homegrown player. Gallagher is an homegrown player. We don't know who else they're going to sell, just to balance the account, so that they don't get the point deduction that Everton or Nottingham Forest had. And there's something about Marco Correa I forgot, and I'm going to give kudos to Pochettino about this. There's a way Chelsea is playing right now. Anytime Chelsea has the ball, Marco Correa drops into the midfield. He's supposed the midfielder to have an extra body in the midfield. That's Marco Correa. I think that's down to Pochettino. It's a news. I noticed that against Aston Villa. The second half, Chelsea played against Aston Villa when Chelsea was trailing 2-0. Coming into the second half, Cucurella dropped into the midfield to help the midfield player. So now you have like extra man in the midfield. But anytime Chelsea loses the ball, he goes back to the left back position to join the defense. So it's a good thing. I think it's helping Chelsea now. It's giving Chelsea extra body in the midfield. Palmer doesn't really. Yesterday, Palmer played well. His free kick that hit the crossbar before Jackson converted to a goal. He was decent. He had a decent game, but he's not. He's still back. He's still yet back to the Palmer we know. We've seen some couple of weeks back, and I think there's no doubt this guy is a talent. He will definitely get back to that position. There's something about Mikhailo Modric. This guy, I think, this guy is a raw talent. The same with Nicholas Jackson, but I think he needs to. Chelsea needs to help him. To gain some confidence. His shot on goal was awful. It's always awful. Anytime he shoots to goal, it's awful. It goes somewhere else. He needs to be coached. He needs a proper coach to coach him, to get him where he should be, and to give him the level of confidence he needs. Because I think anytime he wants to play, he always wants to run with the ball. And the Premier League, they don't give you a lot of space to run with the ball. So you have to be able to play in a confined space in the Premier League. But anytime he has the ball, his mentality, he wants to be on the run. He has an advantage of being a pacey player, which is good for him. It will be good for him in the long run. But he needs to learn how to play in the Premier League. And his shot on goal is awful. So Chelsea needs to help him. And I think Pochettino has a lot in his plate right now, struggling for his job, fighting for his job. I don't think he has the time to teach a grown-up professional on how to shoot on goal or shoot to goal. So I think maybe during the preseason, if he will still be the next coach for Chelsea next season, which I think with the way everything is going, if he qualifies Chelsea for an European tournament, he might stay. He might be given one more extra year, which is he already signed 2 years anyway. So his next season will be the end of his. If he's not fired, it will be the last year of his contract. So I think he would do something with these players, but I don't think he's going to win anything with them. That's my own opinion about Pochettino in Chelsea. Let me know your comments or your thought about Pochettino in Chelsea. Do you think he can win any trophy with Chelsea. I think he will do an okay job with this young squad, but I don't think he can take Chelsea to that elite level Chelsea used to be. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Jackson was decent yesterday. I mean, Jackson's link-up play is good. Yesterday, I think he behaved himself. There was, I think, if you look at the way Jackson played now, I think Pochettino has had some conversation with him. He's not careless anymore. I hope to see more of this next season, even till this season, before the end of during the end of the season and next season. Let's see how he could, how if Pochettino has really done a great job trying to tame Nicholas Jackson. Yesterday he scored his 11th goal of the season with 9 yellow cards registered to his name. Now, in Drogba's first season, I think Drogba scored 10 goals, but it's too early to say he might be better than Drogba, because we all know how Drogba is a legend. Drogba is, you can't even compare him with Drogba right now. Let's see what's going to do next season, and by then we can have a different conversation about Nicholas Jackson. Also, there's this Alfie Gilchrist. This guy reminds me of two Chelsea legends, Cesar Azpilicueta and John Terry. This guy could play as a centre back and also as a right back. Yeah, Alfie Gilchrist. I think he's a leader. You see the way he plays. He plays with confidence. And if Chelsea can, tame this, Chelsea can train this, coach these young players very well. Let them develop. He would end up being another captain for Chelsea in the future. I think he's a very solid player. He's a no-nonsense defender, and the more he grows, the more he would have more experience to play in the Premier League. And I think he has a brighter future ahead of him. Yeah, in Tottenham, first of all, I'm a very big fan of Ange Postecoglou, Tottenham coach. I love this guy, the way he plays. I watched one of his training sessions. This guy, he likes Tottenham to be on the move. There was when I watched that session, he was telling the players, no stopping. Once you have the ball, move. Look for the next person. You have to move with the ball. You have to. You don't stop. And Tottenham has played a really, really interesting game this season. I'm in particular impressed with the way Tottenham has played this season. I'm really impressed. Entertaining football, and they started off on the right track, and I think the fans might be kind of not pleased now because of the position Tottenham is now. Like I said earlier in this podcast, I think they should kiss top 4 goodbye. I don't see them, especially the games they have left in the Premier League. It's unfortunate. Now they're playing Liverpool next. They played Arsenal, not London Derby. Now they played Chelsea, London Derby. They're playing Liverpool again. After Liverpool, I think they were playing like Wolves or something. Then they still have Manchester City. It's unfortunate they're playing all this team that also has something in stake. Man City has the league at stake. They played Arsenal that had the league at stake. They're playing Chelsea that has the European tournament at stake. So it's unfortunate they have this kind of crazy fixtures at the end of the season. I feel really, really bad for them, but what? Well, it is what it is. So with Liverpool, I think they would want to make another statement, because if not, they would be on a losing streak. And I think Tottenham fans some of the fans, the way we fans are, they would forget the good start they had, and they would really, criticize Ange Postecoglou. Some people have already been criticizing him for his style of play. They think he's so stubborn with his style of play. Sometimes he's too open. He plays this high line defense. That was what he played against Chelsea in the first leg when Chelsea won, I think 4-0. He never, even with a man down, I think 2 man down, they played 9 against 11. He still stuck to that principle. So that's who he is, a very stubborn coach. I mean, he's like Antonio Conte. If he wants to do something, he sticks with it. And no doubt Tottenham has been a great team to watch this season. Next season's another season if he can if he's not sacked, because you don't know what's going to happen in football. So, Ange Postecoglou, I love his style. He's a very good coach. There's two players yesterday that stands out for me yesterday in Tottenham. Son was kind of silent yesterday. I don't know how Chelsea did it. They could not. Son could not function. And if Son does not function, there's not going to be a lot, that's going to happen for Tottenham. And also, Maddison did not start the game. I think because of too much of game accumulation. He was rested yesterday. He was brought in the second half. So there was really, and we all know Maddison to be this players that he creates a lot. He's a playmaker. He's very innovative. He's like Martin Odegaard, Cole Palmer. When they have the ball, they want to make something happen. But unfortunately, we didn't see a lot of him yesterday. And even when he came in, he couldn't do a lot. So Son was kind of quiet all through yesterday. It was quiet. Maddison, Kulusevski, the same thing. Brennan Johnson, Gallagher never gave him a sleep of, Cucurella really marked him out. So, except for some one or two runs, Pedro Porro, he was not, all those crosses he brings in, all those dangerous crosses, I don't think he was able to do more than one or two yesterday, and those crosses didn't really look dangerous. Bentancur came in, he missed some goals that could have, if he hit the ball well, it could have been something. So Tottenham didn't really do anything. But this guy, Mickey van der Ven, Mickey van der Ven, this guy, I don't understand. This guy is a tall defender, but this guy is so fast. His recovery rate is awesome. I don't know how this guy gets so fast. A tall player, a defender for that matter. This guy is so fast. I really like him. I'm beginning to be one of his fans, because I just watch him when he plays. But I saw an article that says he's the fastest player in the Premier League. I was like, what? Is it faster than Mikhailo Modric? Is it faster than Ogbene, this Luton guy? Is it faster than Pedro Neto, this Wolves guy? But this guy is fast, and you can see the way he plays. His recovery rate is awesome. I love this guy. He's a solid defender. He's good on the hair. He's good with his foot. He's good, running back. There was a time he broke into Chelsea's defense, when he played. He had the ball. He was bringing the ball from the back, and no one could get to him. He is so fast. I love the guy. And also Christian Romero, even though I don't like Christian Romero because he has all this dark art of football. He's like Pepe. So that's why I don't really like his style of play. He plays with anger. I don't like players like that. Players like Pepe, players like Romero, players that just want to hurt, the opponent. I don't really like players like that. But he had some good, performances yesterday. He almost scored a goal. There's something I want to say again. I don't understand why when Chelsea plays, you can imagine how tall this Mickey van der Ven was. Yesterday, the header Romero had that almost got into the net. Cucurella was marking van der Ven. You can imagine how the gap between Cucurella and van der Ven. That guy is 2 times taller than Cucurella. I don't understand how they don't. At least make the matchup, make it something that makes sense. Romero almost scored a goal yesterday, and if he had scored the goal, he could have brought a different outcome for that game yesterday. But it all ended in a 2-0 win for Chelsea, and Chelsea had a clean sheet, which is good for the goalkeepers and the defenders' confidence. And unfortunately, Tottenham, lost the game, which they needed the game, like by Chelsea. But Chelsea looked like they wanted the 3 points more than Tottenham because of the way they played. And Chelsea was playing in Stamford Bridge, and they were playing against their rivals, Tottenham. So you don't expect Chelsea. You don't expect less performance from Chelsea. So let me know your thoughts and your opinion in the comment section about the game yesterday. Who do you think? Who would be your man of the match if you were to give an award yesterday to the players for both Chelsea and Tottenham. Who will be your man of the match? And let me know your thoughts and opinion. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for staying with me. Please do like, share, and subscribe to this channel. I will really appreciate it. I would appreciate your support. Thank you so much. This is going to be the end of this episode. Bye for now.